Hey, welcome back. It's the Woody Show.
So, Jason Kelsey going through the McDonald's drive-thru line, I was saying, I haven't heard anything about what his order is.
Yeah.
What's he eating?
That's the most important part.
And on the text, according to the 973, ESPN reports that Kelsey's order is a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin.
Okay.
I could go for that.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Delish.
I like it better than the bacon, egg, and cheese, or just the egg and cheese.
Agreed.
Although my favorite at McDonald's is the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. Yeah.
Never come around
You know
on
what's-
McGriddles.
Crazy.
Like 'em.
Nobody's perfect, Rave.
I had a thought coming into work today about maybe bringing in McDonald's
Yeah, I can't
because they opened up this 24-hour one right by my house.
Yeah.
And I thought about that. I'm like, oh, Woody's trying to eat better. I shouldn't
Yeah.
bring
I mean, it
this
doesn't mean everybody else
Oh,
can't eat.
cool. Let him kill everybody else's joy.
Fresh-made chocolate chip cookies that Caroline's mom made,
Yeah.
and they're so good.
They're so dense.
And they slow you down because they're individually wrapped in saran wrap.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you can't just house them. You have to, because,
They slow you
Yeah.
down.
they do. They do. Because you can't just,
Can't shovel.
pop, pop, pop,
Yeah.
pop, pop. Yeah.
It's for your safety.
And I've had one, and I had to do it where I took it on the way out so that I'm in the car on the way home from the show, and I ate it there.
See?
And there's no more around. Like, if I had
Yeah.
one while I was here and there was still a big bag of them over there, I would definitely go back and hit it again. Like
For
an
sure.
addict.
But, I mean, at least you had one, which I think is better for you.
Yeah.
Because when Woody decides to go on a diet, he does it so extreme,
Yeah.
Right.
then the bounce back
Right.
is extreme as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like, I
now
could
that
eat-
you're doing progress, not perfection,
Yeah.
I think you'll finally be successful
I can,
in the long term.
I can eat perfectly for 8 months and then double that amount of time, 16 months, I'll spend undoing the 8 months.
Go hammer.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you go hardcore.
like,
you
when
gotta
you-
just be
Like
more realistic.
even
Right.
even Weight Watchers, you didn't do correctly because they factor in extra points, and you're like, I just let those die. I didn't even use them.
Right,
They're
right.
put in there to use,
Right.
I know.
so you don't rubber band.
I
them.
know.
So I'm just saying,
I'm aware I'm a failure, dude.
I'm
Are you being
saying-
scolded right now?
no. What I'm saying is,
I'm aware of all my failures.
I'm excited
I really-
about his new
trust me.
approach. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't seem
Yeah.
as super militant as
Woody,
it's been.
Hey, Woody, remember Weight Watchers? You sucked at that as well.
Yeah.
I think the point is,
You know how
Menace,
you're bad at everything?
Yeah.
I think the point is, Menace, you should have gotten the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let
Go back
Woody's
to the main
self-control be a
Well, I
factor.
will put that out into the room. I appreciate your concern, Menace, and your thought on that. But
So sweet.
everybody else is not on a diet.
All right. I got you,
I mean, look
Greg.
at Greg.
Don't worry.
I'm
Look
on a
how fat
diet.
he's getting.
I'm
Yeah.
on a diet of
What's
crap.
What's your order?
I like the McMuffin.
Okay.
Love it.
Greg loves an egg McMuffin.
Love.
Yeah, Greg was dipping into those cookies over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Although the person who ate the most by far is Seabass.
Oh, he
Always.
had 40 of them.
At least.
Oh,
I mean,
at
honestly,
least.
he probably had maybe
Almost all of
10?
At least
At
10.
least.
10 out of that
Yeah.
bag?
I had 2.
And they are good.
I had-
Caroline, those are really good cookies.
Yeah,
really
so
good.
good.
Yeah.
I had about 6.
Yeah, I don't know what your mom does to those things, but I love her.
Interesting. This is the first time we tried them, though.
I know.
What are you talking about? She's brought
Worked
those
here
in.
for a while.
She
new-
has?
Yes.
What, does she hide them when
Where?
she brings them? Yeah, where?
No.
She's brought them in before.
She's
Yeah.
brought them in a number of
And
times.
puts them where? In the vault?
in my mouth.
Wow, you guys have gone blind to how many times cookies have
Menace?
come in.
Do you think that's?
Caroline, how many
You
times do you
think that's
think?
something I would forget, Greg?
Caroline, how many times would you estimate?
She's saying 3.
That
At
she
least
said
this
3.
is at least the third time.
And you put them in the cookie hiding spot?
My
Yeah.
concern for Greg is growing. Wait,
I know, right?
Caroline, did you never give Greg any of those cookies when you brought him in?
No.
I always leave them out on the table.
On the
but
feeding table.
One time I brought them just for you.
Oh, just for me.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
for
see, that's
Woody.
nice.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
we're not
It was
told
like a
that they're
gift.
here.
Yeah.
They're just left on a table.
On the table, in the studio, the feeding table.
Menace,
It's right
back
there.
me up on this.
I have amnesia apparently.
Yeah. Anyway, those are great. Tell your mom I love her. Those are delicious.
I would love to try her oatmeal raisin, if that's ever.
Yeah, can we put it in
Don't
order?
What are some of the trending news headlines, Greg Gorey?
Well, there's a pretty startling revelation made from some documents that were obtained by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. It shows that a Chinese virologist, Dr. Lily Ren, had isolated and mapped out the COVID-19 virus 2 weeks before Beijing officially even acknowledged it. And she uploaded the sequence of that virus to a U.S. database in December of 2019, and that was long before the World Health Organization did it in January of 2020. So had it been earlier, they're saying when Dr. Ren submitted that info, could have changed the whole global response to
Right.
COVID.
There's
and
so
vaccine
much
development
starting to come out about, like, when we finally get, we're never going to have 100% of all the information, but let's just say, 10 years from now, what will we know about what really, like 2020, what really happened in the year 2030? How much will we know about what we didn't know or what we were lied to about?
Right. So freaky.
Yeah, there's so much stuff coming out.
And also, Chinese scientists right now are experimenting with what they call a mutant COVID-19 strain that so far has shown to be 100% lethal in humanized mice.
Yeah, it's a 100. I saw the headline.
What the hell's a humanized
I
mice?
had to look it up.
It's a 100% kill rate.
Right.
And we're messing with this.
Right?
How about burn it? Throw it in a volcano.
A humanized mouse, I looked it up. It's a mouse that they engraft with anything from a human, any protein.
Oh, is that like
anything.
when they grow an ear on a mouse or something?
I mean, that would be a humanized mouse.
And I will say, just off topic a little bit, this is why I don't believe aliens have ever landed. Because the information would be out there. They wouldn't keep it a secret. Now here we are from 2020. All of this stuff is starting to come out.
Yeah.
All of these documents and all this kind of stuff.
But if you believe the people on YouTube, man, it's already been out there. You've just been ignoring it.
Yep.
And calling it a conspiracy.
Thank you.
It's
been
why I
out
don't
there. You're
believe
not listening,
aliens
Raven.
have ever landed.
Right, because tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people would have to be quiet about
Exactly.
it. It's the stupidest.
Exactly.
Right here.
Back in early December, the owner of the cults, Jim Irsay, hospitalized with a serious respiratory illness, and now it's come to light that he actually OD'd. Police were called to his house because he was found unconscious on his bathroom floor. When medics got there, he was in bed, but his skin was blue, apparently, had breathing issues, a weak pulse, and then he did respond after they gave him a dose of Narcan, which is used for people ODing on opiates. Police say that as of now, it's unknown what he ingested. And Jim Irsay himself has admitted that he's been battling addiction, has been to rehab at least 15 times.
Yeah, dude's wild, man.
Yeah. He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, we were talking about him because he was going to be doing something around Super Bowl week, right? And,
Yeah.
Right.
And so
I think it was-
Seabass was trying to set up like where he would go and interview Jim Irsay.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that was an opportunity. And then all of a sudden they decided, like, well, maybe because this information was coming out.
Yeah, maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, like, and apparently he's a really wild interview. And so we're like, wow, what better person to talk to this weirdo than another weirdo?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
like
mean,
Furbies talking to each other.
He's super open about it. They keep
Yeah.
flashing back to the 60 Minutes interview he did where he's talking about just how bad his addictions have been.
Yeah.
Wow. It's rough.
He's addicted to memorabilia. Guy owns
Oh,
tons
yeah.
of stuff.
That's for sure.
And he goes on tour.
I want to go
And
to
he
that.
plays in a band.
He plays in a band. Owns an NFL team. I mean,
I bet his band rocks.
Oh,
Yeah.
his
Oh, yeah.
band, you know they rule.
now, Greg, your first question would inevitably be, do you wake up every morning and look at your bank account?
You know I would.
That was his first question to Mark Cuban
Yep. And then
when we talked to him.
And the answer was yes.
His answer was, I said, you wake up every day and realize I'm a billionaire. And he said,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what? I do. That
Just
is,
do.
that's his first thought of the day.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, he got detained in Munich when he arrived there without declaring that he had brought in a Swiss luxury watch that he was going to auction off. And then it became a total comedy of errors. He got detained for 2 hours for not declaring this expensive watch, and he was told that he had to prepay the taxes on this upcoming auction. So they tried taking his credit card, but the credit card reader didn't work.
It was broken.
So they took him to an ATM.
Yeah.
But
To
that
get
sounds
how much
shady
money?
AF, doesn't it?
Right?
Yeah, it does.
But the withdrawal limit was too low. The bank
sure
was
it was.
closed. So they bring him back to the airport, try a different card reader. That card reader eventually did work.
Well, why wouldn't they just do that in the first place? You're at the airport. Okay, this one's not working.
Yeah.
They do that at the
We're gonna
convenience
take you to
store.
a bank.
Exactly.
Hey, sorry, our credit card machine right here is not working. I got to ring you up over here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, we're going to get you in a car. We're going to take you to an ATM.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
it's so weird.
Yeah.
He cooperated with all of it. His people are saying this was an incompetent shakedown.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it seems like I'm getting kidnapped or something.
Right.
Like, they've recognized me. They know I have millions and millions of dollars.
And they're putting me in a car and taking me to an ATM.
Right.
Okay, so
So weird.
I ordered something one year that I had overnighted and delivered to the resort in Mexico where we were for our vacation. And when it arrived, now I paid for it in full, all the shipping, everything else. When it arrived, I got a call from the lobby saying, your delivery is here, but you need to come up front and pay for it. I go, it's already paid for. I paid for the shipping.
Yeah.
Oh, no. The delivery service requires, and I forget what it was. They were trying to say it was some kind of like tax
Some fee
Really?
or
due
whatever.
on delivery. And I was asking other people, they're like, dude, that's
a
but
scam.
yeah, it's just another scam. But like, what was I gonna do? I already paid for this
Yeah,
thing.
they had it.
They wanted
They're holding
$40
it
bucks.
You're gonna
Oh,
fight
$40
them.
bucks.
They wanted
Wow.
$40 for a $90 item.
Wow.
That I had
What
ordered.
was it?
It was because I like to
Sex
sit.
toy?
No, I like to sit in the water and listen to music and whatever. So it's a waterproof case and earbuds,
Oh, okay.
like ear headphones for
Right.
your,
Yeah.
so you can listen to music. Put your phone in there and sit out in the water. And the one I had brought with me was old and finally
Right.
had broken, but I'd just gotten there. I'm like, damn it!
And they wanted to shake you down.
They wanted to shake me down for the $40.
Jerks.
I'm like, I already paid for everything.
Right.
International, the whole thing. And
Wow.
so in order to get the item, I had to go up to the front desk and pay them the $40.
How lame.
Otherwise, they were just going to take it,
Yeah, right.
and I
Wow.
would have been out. I'm like, well,
That's when I contact corporate.
Yeah.
corporate who? Hello,
Corporate.
Mexico
Yeah.
government,
Yeah. I'm trying to get scammed.
Corporate Mexico?
Yeah.
corporate
they're
Mexico. Yes, can I speak to the big delivery department, please?
Yeah.
I'd like to fight this
And
tariff.
they're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, sorry, $60.
Right.
Right.
Woody, we got some news from the Pope.
Ah,
Pope in the news.
quiet.
Pope Francis spoke in front of a huge crowd yesterday at the Vatican, and one of the topics was sex.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he said that sexual pleasure is a gift from God, but Catholics should not engage in any porn. That's where the line is
Yeah,
drawn.
Randy.
I
He
hear
said,
ya.
we must defend a love, but winning against the battle of lust can be a lifelong undertaking.
you just got to be careful.
He's also said that satisfaction without a relationship generates addiction.
Much like your lady when she's very excited and turned on, it is a slippery slope. You start to watching the porn. Next thing you know, you're trying to stand on your head and do the sex.
And you're comparing the wieners.
This is not good.
Would you like to hear his advice?
Oh, yes.
He says, cancel the porn from your phone. Then you won't have temptation in your hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes
Who's
a
watching
sense, huh?
porn on their
right.
phone?
What do you mean? Who watches porn on their phone?
Who's not watching
Yeah,
porn?
exactly. Where else are you watching it?
I don't know. Not on my phone.
What?
What?
Are you serious?
Like
Yeah.
what, pay-per-view? What
What
are
do
you
you get
doing?
your VCR out, right?
TV?
I'm not really much of a porn person.
But if you
But,
were
like,
to watch porn, how are you watching it?
On beta?
Yeah, she gets out the like,
Exactly.
She's got to thread the film through the projector.
I guess it would be like on an iPad, probably.
You know who says
What's the difference? iPad, phone.
Okay.
You know who says they don't watch porn? Hardcore porn addicts.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
nailing it.
Yeah.
Porn freaks.
Yep, they're the biggest pornos.
Right?
I listen
Porn
to the
heads.
Pope, and he doesn't want me watching porn.
Ravi,
Yeah,
have
right.
you been to the Vatican? Or no?
No, but
It's-
that is on my bucket list.
Dude, I've been there. It's so weird. It's full of gift shops.
I'm sure
and
it is.
street scammers.
I'm sure
like,
it is.
All you would think is like, oh, it's a secret place.
Right.
You could bring home
whatever.
like 50 rosaries.
Yeah.
I bought this at the Vatican
Gift
for you.
shop.
mad gift shops. Like anything you can think of.
My
like
uncle
tchotchkes,
Had-
heaven.
My uncle had a health crisis at the Vatican, and
Yeah.
so like they were on a tour, and they had to leave this tour because he was having a health crisis, and they got to see all kinds of like underground like
Whoa.
Vatican stuff because they were like trying to lead him to the hospital.
Yeah.
The secret files that they
Yeah,
have?
my aunt's like, wow, we saw a lot of
That's
that.
cool.
the
Yeah, and that's where all
Vatican."
the Vatican staff go to Joe.
And that's what
in
she
secret.
said. We saw so many
Yeah.
people watching porn on their phones and
Yeah.
telling.
So
Joan.
pro tip when
They
you're
don't
at
want
the
the Pope
Vatican,
to know.
Fake a
Fake
heart attack.
That's it.
It's not like thrilling for me.
The Woody Show. Alt 98.